My name is Arjun and this is my story. I was born and raised in a small town in India. Growing up, I always dreamed of going to America. The idea of studying and living in a country so different from my own fascinated me. But more than anything, I wanted to learn to speak English fluently. English was a language of opportunity, and I knew mastering it would open many doors for me. When I turned 20, I finally got the chance to make my dream a reality. I secured admission to a community college in New York. It was a thrilling moment, but also one filled with anxiety. Leaving my family and everything familiar behind was not easy, but I was determined to make the most of this opportunity. The arrival, landing in New York, was overwhelming. The city was massive, bustling with activity, and everyone seemed to be in a hurry. My English was basic, and I often found it hard to understand the fast-paced conversations around me. The first few weeks were a struggle. I felt lost and homesick, missing the warmth and familiarity of home. First friend. Things started to change when I met Carlos. He was from Mexico and also studying at the community college. Carlos was friendly and outgoing, and we quickly became friends. He spoke English with an accent but was fluent, and he helped me practice speaking. Carlos introduced me to his group of friends, a diverse mix of students from different countries. This was my first experience with such cultural diversity, and I loved it. Classes and learning English. Classes at the community college were challenging. The professors spoke quickly, and it was hard to keep up initially. I enrolled in an English as a Second Language (ESL) course, which was immensely helpful. The instructor, Ms. Thompson, was patient and supportive. She encouraged us to speak as much as possible, even if we made mistakes. She often said, "The key to learning a language is not being afraid to make mistakes." Making more friends. Through Carlos, I met Sarah, an American student studying psychology. Sarah was kind and understanding. She took the time to speak slowly and clearly, helping me improve my listening skills. We started studying together, and our friendship grew stronger. Sarah introduced me to American culture, food, and even some slang, which was both fun and educational. Meeting Emily. One evening, Carlos invited me to a party at his apartment. It was there that I met Emily. Emily was an art major with a passion for painting. She had a radiant smile and an infectious laugh. We hit it off immediately. Emily was interested in different cultures, and she loved hearing about India. We spent hours talking, and I found myself opening up to her about my struggles and dreams. First kiss. As the months passed, Emily and I grew closer. We would often go for walks in Central Park, visit art galleries, and try out new cafes. One evening, as we were sitting by the lake in Central Park, watching the sunset, Emily leaned in and kissed me. It was my first kiss, and it was magical. I felt a rush of emotions. Happiness, excitement, and a sense of belonging. Facing challenges. Despite these beautiful moments, life in America wasn't always easy. There were times when I felt demotivated, especially when I couldn't express myself clearly or when people didn't understand my accent. I was sometimes bullied by a few classmates who made fun of my English. They would mock my pronunciation and laugh at my mistakes. It was hurtful and demoralizing, but I tried not to let it affect me too much. I reminded myself why I was there and focused on my goals. Support system. During these tough times, Emily, Carlos, and Sarah were my pillars of support. They encouraged me to keep practicing and not to give up. Emily would often say, "Arjun, you're doing great. Remember, every expert was once a beginner." Their encouragement kept me going. Improving my English. To improve my English, I started reading books, watching movies, and listening to podcasts. I would practice speaking with my friends and participate in class discussions, even if I felt nervous. Slowly but surely, my confidence grew. I started speaking more fluently, and my accent became less pronounced. Learning from mistakes. I also learned to laugh at my mistakes. One day in class, I confused the words desert and dessert. I said, "I love eating dessert after dinner." My classmates laughed, but it was in good humor. Ms. Thompson explained the difference, and I never made that mistake again. I realized that making mistakes was a natural part of the learning process. Building a life. Over time, I began to feel more at home in New York. I made more friends, explored the city, and even found a part-time job at a local bookstore. Working at the bookstore was a great experience. I interacted with customers, recommended books, and improved my conversational skills. My co-workers were supportive, and I learned a lot from them. Relationship with Emily. My relationship with Emily blossomed. We spent a lot of time together, sharing our dreams and supporting each other. She taught me about American customs and traditions, and I shared my culture with her. We celebrated festivals together, from Diwali to Thanksgiving, blending our traditions and creating beautiful memories. Facing new challenges. However, there were still challenges. There were times when I felt overwhelmed by the pressure of academics, work, and maintaining relationships. I missed my family terribly, and there were moments when I doubted my decision to come to America. But each time I felt low, I reminded myself of how far I had come and how much I had achieved. Graduation. After 2 years of hard work and perseverance, I graduated from the community college with a degree in business administration. It was one of the proudest moments of my life. My parents flew in from India to attend the graduation ceremony, and seeing their pride and joy made all the struggles worthwhile. Future plans. With my improved English skills and a degree in hand, I felt ready to take on new challenges. I decided to pursue further studies and enrolled in a university in New York. My goal was to get an MBA and eventually start my own business. Life lessons. Living in America taught me many valuable lessons. I learned the importance of perseverance, the power of friendship, and the beauty of embracing different cultures. I realized that while language barriers can be challenging, they can be overcome with patience, practice, and support. Looking back, my journey was filled with ups and downs, moments of joy and moments of doubt. But each experience shaped me into the person I am today. I am grateful for the friends I made, the lessons I learned, and the opportunities one had. Final thoughts. As I continue my journey, I know there will be more challenges ahead. But I am confident in my abilities and excited about the future. Learning English and living in America has been a transformative experience, one that has opened up a world of possibilities. This is my story, and it's just the beginning. New challenges and adventures. After graduating, I started my MBA at a prestigious university in New York. The workload was intense, and the competition was fierce. I found myself among some of the brightest minds from around the world. Initially it was daunting, but I took it as a challenge to push myself further. Internship experience. During the summer, I secured an internship at a renowned financial firm. This was a significant milestone in my career. The work was demanding, and I had to constantly communicate with clients and colleagues. My English skills were put to the test, but I managed to hold my own. I learned a lot about the corporate world, and this experience was invaluable in shaping my professional future. Networking and socializing. Networking events and social gatherings were a big part of the MBA program. Initially, I felt out of place at these events. Small talk and networking were not my strengths, but I realized these were crucial for my career. I pushed myself to attend these events, gradually becoming more comfortable initiating conversations and making connections. I met many influential people who offered insights and guidance that proved beneficial. Friendship with David. One of the most important connections I made was with David, a fellow MBA student from London. David was outgoing, charismatic, and had a knack for making everyone feel comfortable. He became one of my closest friends. We spent hours discussing business strategies, future plans, and life in general. David's confidence and social skills were something I aspired to, and he became a mentor and a friend. Romantic getaway. Emily and I decided to take a break from our hectic schedules and planned a romantic getaway to the countryside. We rented a small cabin by a lake, surrounded by nature. It was a perfect escape from the city's hustle and bustle. We spent our days hiking, fishing, and enjoying each other's company. The nights were magical, filled with deep conversations and stargazing. This trip brought us even closer, and I realized how much I loved her. Family visit. My parents visited me in New York for the first time since my graduation. They stayed with me for a month, and it was heartwarming to show them around the city and introduce them to my friends. They met Emily, and it was a significant moment for me. My parents' approval meant a lot, and they were genuinely happy for me. We visited all the tourist spots, from the Statue of Liberty to Times Square, and created memories that would last a lifetime. Facing setbacks. Life continued to throw challenges my way. One of the most significant setbacks was not securing a job offer from my internship company. It was a huge blow to my confidence. I felt demotivated and questioned my abilities. However, Emily, David, and my family supported me through this tough time. They reminded me of my achievements and encouraged me to keep trying. I started applying to other companies, refining my resume, and preparing for interviews with renewed determination. Securing a job. After months of effort, I landed a job at a mid-sized consulting firm. It wasn't my dream job, but it was a step in the right direction. The firm had a supportive environment, and I found mentors who helped me grow professionally. I worked on various projects, each one a learning experience. My English communication skills improved significantly as I interacted with clients and presented reports. Celebrating milestones. Life was not all work and no play. I made it a point to celebrate small victories and milestones. Emily and I would often go out for dinner to our favorite restaurant, a cozy Italian place downtown. We also celebrated our anniversaries and birthdays with friends, making each occasion special. Learning and growing. Continuous learning became a mantra for me. I attended workshops, took online courses, and read extensively on topics related to my field. I joined professional associations and participated in conferences. Each learning opportunity added to my knowledge and skills, making me more confident and competent in my job. Cultural integration. Living in New York exposed me to various cultures and traditions. I attended cultural festivals, tried different cuisines, and made friends from diverse backgrounds. This broadened my perspective and helped me appreciate the richness of cultural diversity. I also introduced my friends to Indian festivals like Diwali and Holi, sharing my culture with them. Personal development. Apart from professional growth, I focused on personal development. I started practicing mindfulness and meditation, which helped me manage stress and stay focused. I also took up running and participated in a few marathons, which was both challenging and rewarding. These activities helped me maintain a healthy work-life balance. Relationship with Emily. Emily and I continued to grow stronger as a couple. We supported each other's dreams and aspirations. Emily pursued her passion for art, holding exhibitions and selling her paintings. I was immensely proud of her achievements. We talked about our future, discussing plans for marriage and building a life together. Our relationship was built on trust, respect, and mutual support. Friendship and fun. Carlos, Sarah, David, and I formed a close-knit group. We often went on road trips, explored new places, and had fun together. These friendships were a source of joy and comfort, providing a support system away from home. We shared our successes, laughed at our failures, and created beautiful memories together. Professional growth. At my consulting firm, I worked hard and gained recognition for my dedication and skills. I was promoted to a senior position, which came with more responsibilities and opportunities. I led projects, mentored junior colleagues, and contributed to the firm's growth. This experience was instrumental in building my confidence and expertise in the field. Looking ahead. As I look ahead, I am filled with hope and excitement. My journey has been one of growth, learning, and resilience. I have faced challenges, celebrated victories, and learned from my experiences. My dream of mastering English and building a successful life in America is becoming a reality. Morning routine. My daily routine starts at 6 a.m. I wake up, stretch, and spend a few minutes meditating. Meditation helps me clear my mind and set a positive tone for the day. Afterward, I go for a jog around the neighborhood. Running keeps me fit and gives me energy for the day ahead. By 7 a.m. I'm back home, and I prepare a healthy breakfast. Usually it's oatmeal with fruits or a smoothie. While eating, I check my emails and plan my day. I make a to-do list, prioritizing my tasks. University and studies. By 8 a.m. I head to the university. My classes start at 9 a.m., and I make sure to arrive early to review my notes. The lectures are intense, and I have to stay focused to keep up. Between classes, I often meet with study groups or professors for extra help. Lunchtime. Lunchtime is at 1 p.m. I usually eat at the university cafeteria with friends. We discuss our classes, share our experiences, and sometimes just have a good laugh. It's a nice break from the rigorous academic schedule. Afternoon. In the afternoon, I either have more classes or head to the library for self-study. I spend a few hours working on assignments, reading textbooks, and preparing for exams. This time is crucial for staying on top of my studies. Evening. By 5 p.m. I head to my part-time job at the bookstore. Working here has been a wonderful experience. I interact with customers, recommend books, and sometimes even organize book readings or events. It's a great way to unwind while still being productive. Night. I get home around 8 p.m. Emily often joins me for dinner, and we cook together. We try new recipes and enjoy each other's company. After dinner, we either watch a movie or go for a walk. This time helps us relax and connect after a busy day. Late night. Before bed, I spend some time reading. I enjoy both fiction and non-fiction, and it helps improve my English. I also review my notes for the next day's classes and update my to-do list. By 11 p.m. I'm ready for bed. I try to get at least 7 hours of sleep to stay refreshed and energized. Joining a club. I also joined the university's debate club. Initially, I was hesitant because I wasn't confident in my English speaking skills. But I wanted to challenge myself. The club turned out to be a fantastic experience. I learned to articulate my thoughts better, present arguments, and speak confidently in front of an audience. It also helped me make new friends who shared similar interests. Cultural festivals. Living in New York exposed me to various cultural festivals. I attended events like the Chinese New Year Parade, the Brazilian Carnival, and Oktoberfest. Each festival was a unique experience, filled with vibrant colors, music, and delicious food. These festivals broadened my understanding of different cultures and allowed me to appreciate the diversity of the city. Cooking classes. Emily and I decided to take cooking classes together. We enrolled in a series of classes that taught us how to prepare various international cuisines. Cooking became a fun and relaxing activity for us. We experimented with different recipes and enjoyed the process of creating something new together. These classes also improved my culinary skills, and I started cooking more at home. Volunteering. To give back to the community, I started volunteering at a local shelter. Every weekend, I would spend a few hours helping out with various tasks, from serving meals to organizing donation drives. Volunteering was a humbling experience that taught me the value of compassion and kindness. It also provided an opportunity to interact with different people and improve my English conversational skills. Exploring New York. Exploring New York City became one of my favorite pastimes. From the iconic landmarks like the Statue of Liberty and Empire State Building to the hidden gems like quaint bookstores and coffee shops, the city had so much to offer. I would often spend my weekends wandering through different neighborhoods, discovering new places, and capturing the essence of the city through photography. Learning an instrument. Inspired by a street musician I saw in Central Park, I decided to learn to play the guitar. I found a local music teacher and started taking lessons. Playing the guitar became a therapeutic hobby for me. It was challenging at first, but with practice I improved. Emily and I would sometimes have small jam sessions, and it added a new dimension to our relationship. Weekend getaways. To take a break from the hectic city life, Emily and I planned weekend getaways to nearby places. We visited the picturesque town of Woodstock, went hiking in the Catskill Mountains, and enjoyed the serene beaches of Long Island. These trips were refreshing and provided a much-needed escape from our daily routines. Fitness and health. Maintaining my physical health became a priority. I joined a local gym and started working out regularly. I also attended yoga classes to improve my flexibility and mental well-being. Paying attention to my diet, I started eating more balanced meals. This lifestyle change positively impacted my overall health and energy levels. Public speaking course. To further improve my English and communication skills, I enrolled in a public speaking course. The course taught me techniques to overcome stage fright, structure my speeches, and engage the audience. It was challenging, but I noticed significant improvements in my confidence and speaking abilities. These skills were beneficial not only in academic settings but also in social interactions. Writing for the university magazine. With my growing confidence in English, I decided to write for the university magazine. I wrote articles about my experiences as an international student, cultural insights, and tips for improving English. Writing for the magazine was a fulfilling experience. It allowed me to express myself creatively and reach out to other students who might be facing similar challenges. This is my story, and it's a journey that continues to unfold.